Welcome back, guys, to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. We are moving on now to our next tag team GX, which is going to be Latias and Latios GX. I don't know what these guys are doing, but let me just ban them. There we go. Okay, so Latias and Latios GX, 250 HP, a Dragon type. Tag team, of course, means we give out 3 prizes for them getting knocked out. And then you have Buster Purge, 240 damage for a water, 2 psychics, and a colorless, and you discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. Now, the Area Unit GX attack, for a single psychic, you attach 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like, and if this Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it in addition, you prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to it, during your opponent's next turn. So it essentially powers itself up and becomes immune, so you can keep attacking next turn. However, the main attraction is the Buster Purge attack, which with a choice band can deal up to 270, which coincidentally is enough to 1 KO all of the tag teams except for Whaler. Now we have our standard 4/4 Malamar line with the Psychic Recharge ability. You have to attach a Psychic Energy card from the discard pile to any Pokemon on your bench. We also have a Giratina, which with its ability Distortion Door, we actually also have the option to place damage counters and allow Buster Purge to get those key knockouts. And finally we have the Dawnwings Necrozma GX with its 180 HP, it's an Ultra Beast, and then the ability Invasion. If it's on your bench, you can promote it. Dark Flash deals 120, which is a very nice number to have. And Moon's Eclipse GX deals 180 damage, and it becomes immune next turn, just like Latias and Latios, but also dealing damage. So what are the advantages of using Latias and Latios over Ultra Necrozma? It's basically the HP. Yeah, the damage output, for all intents and purposes, it's basically the same. I guess now that we're dealing with tag teams, Ultra Necrozma is a little bit better because with a choice band and 3 energy can KO more things. However, Buster Purge is enough to KO everything in the current standard format before Team Up and from all the popular decks, and you get a bonus 60 HP to try and live some hits. So portraits wise, we have the 4 Cynthia, 4 Guzma, and for Lily, which I'm actually not liking, and I'm gonna add. Erika was insane the previous game with Mimikyu and Gengar, so I'm actually gonna immediately add 2 Erikas, which I should have from the beginning. We have 4 Lily, 3 Guzma, 3 Cynthia, and 2 Erika's Hospitality, allowing us to draw a card for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play, as long as you have 5 cards when you play Erika's Hospitality. Afterwards, we have 4 Mysterious Treasure, 4 Acrobatics, and 4 Ultra Balls. Acrobatics instead of Nest Balls because we're looking for those grass energy, but we also have Viridian Forest, where once during each player's turn, that player may discard a card from their hand. And if they do, that player searches their deck for a basic energy card, reveals it, and puts it in their hand. So we can search for the specific energy we need, namely the water, and in the process we can discard a Psychic, which is something that these decks kind of struggle at different points. Triple Choice Band to help increase the damage output, for Switch so that we're never stuck with a Malamar or something up front. For Ultra Ball and for Mysterious Treasure because it does search for all the Pokemon that we have in the deck, and finally a single Rescue Stretcher this time around. So let's jump into the ladder and see if Latios and Latias can do a little bit better than Mimikyu than Eevee and Snorlax. I was really disappointed that we lost that last game. I really feel like we played it well, we endured the bad spots, and then we took advantage of our opponent's misplays, and then we didn't get rewarded towards the end, even though we did all the right plays we could have, and my opponent definitely made the wrong ones. So a very friendly hello from our opponent. We'll say a hello back. Although you guys can't see it because I'm covering it, but it doesn't matter. And then, starting Inkay for sure, having Latias and Latios on the bench. Don't know what we're up against here just yet. Was I on a vacation? JCan. I was, and then I got really sick, and then I went to Dallas. and then I was recovering from being sick and going to Dallas, so that's why I didn't get to stream a lot in this month. Okay, so we're up against Lost March. So this is actually going to be a rough situation because Lost March is non-GX attackers. We have the Latias and Latias, but it's a very costly way to get prizes by discarding 3 energy over and over and over. That attack is mainly focused on GXs rather than non-GXs, so we have to shift to a Giratina. We have to shift to a Giratina focus, but we only have one, and it's going to require setup. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We lose a Guzma off of the Trombeak, which is never a good thing. The thing is, if we fall behind. Oh my gosh. Why does this happen to me every single time? Okay, so that's all we can top deck. Otherwise, I'll just concede quickly. There's nothing you can do about this, and that's why a lot of people want more Shadow Band. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. By the time I recover from this, it will be too late, so I'm just gonna go ahead and find another game. There's nothing I can effectively show in that game that will tell us if this is a good deck or not, because you just death draw and it happens, and oh well. Okay, so I guess I can move myself a little bit so that you guys can see the cards I have left in my deck. Okay, so yet another not so great start. We get a heart this time around, so we'll send the heart back. I feel like we've gone second a lot of the time here. We've definitely been going second quite a bit here. So we see the turn 1 raw Elms for my opponent, presumably playing Zork, some sort of Zork deck based on the sleeves, and the turn 1 Elms. Because what plays Elms? Lost March and Zork, right? And I guess Guardy. Manchas, sí, así es, ya no se ven. Puedo volver a mostrarlo sin ningún problema. Pero quería mantener todo un poco más limpio. Okay, so this is Zoro Ninetales Decidueye, which is probably even tougher than all the other Zorak decks. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of Viridian Forest just to discard a Psychic right off the bat. I'll grab another one, sure. And then my opponent does play DCE, but I'm going to count on drawing another basic so I can retreat. Otherwise I have a 50-50 chance of surviving. I do, but I get double choice band. Definitely going to grab the Lily here. I would love to grab the Latias and Latias here though. If I had any supporter, I would. But I get 2 choice bands instead. And then do I put this guy to sleep? Or do I just retreat? I think I'll just retreat. I don't need the choice bands, thankfully. Maybe the choice bands are actually unnecessary. Although they are nice to get 270 and get KOs on other tag teams. Mimikyu and Gengar is on the playlist as well. It's the next deck after this one. Yeah, it's the next deck after this one for sure. And okay, seems like my opponent is not in a great spot either. So, because he's using Elms again. Unless he's handed like Zork and Ninetales and then he gets a Decidueye and blah blah blah. Decidueye, Rare Candy Decidueye DCE does get him a knockout as well, which would be awful. Definitely be awful. We see the Ditto, we see the Zorua. Latias and Latias is weak to Ninetales, but it's not that big a deal. It's really not that big a deal. We're gonna see an Ultra Wall. Presumably for a Zork to trade. No, for a Ninetales. Into Timer Balls, I'd imagine. And Manchas, thank you so much for the extra bits. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much for the extra bits. Double Timer Ball. Does that indicate my opponent already has a Rare Candy? One heads. For Zorak, that makes sense. Gosh, it would be so nice to go first once in a while. Another timer roll, double tails. Nope, double heads. It's okay. Another Zorak and a Decidueye, and then he's gonna trade into the rare candy. Oh, Decidueye and Macargo. So he already has a rare candy, and he's gonna get Macargo for next turn. Oh boy. Well, I guess he just got the Zorua, so it wouldn't make much sense to go for a Zorak. Even trades away the Cynthia, so he all this time he was holding a Cynthia. All this time he was actually holding a Cynthia. Okay, so why do I top deck useless cards? Okay, so I'll choice band. I will evolve the active. I'm gonna lose the active anyways, so I might as well prevent him from getting like a free attack off. Ugh, this is so bad. Okay, and then Lily for 4 gets me Latios, which is decent. They have a water energy to attach to it. It also... Okay, so what I can do is I can Viridian Forest the Ultra Ball and grab a Psychic, and then I can Mysterious Treasure the Psychic for a Malamar. So that's a pretty what's the name? That's a pretty good efficient engine for sure. Because as long as he's not countering the Viridian Forest, which that deck usually doesn't run too many counters, I'm just gonna get a big hit in onto this Tapu Lele next turn. Should I be... Yeah, maybe... Yeah. Should I be benching the Lele? Nah. If I bench the Lele... No, because I can just search for the Psychic. Never mind. This is fine. He's gonna get a prize card off of the active. That's fine. I'm just gonna Luster Purge and get a KO afterwards. And that gets me 2 prizes. And I'm not an Ultra Beast. And I'm also... I am weak to Ninetales. But even with a choice band, that's 200 damage. And he's committed to just one Decidueye. So his damage output is not that high. Although, if he knocks me out with Ninetales, which I presume he will, and puts a 30 on the thing... Well, no, he wouldn't knock me out with Ninetales. He wouldn't knock me out with Ninetales, right? I guess I always cover the thing no matter what, so I'm just gonna put myself over here. He doesn't knock me out with Ninetales because I'm 1 energy away from knocking him out. Out of all the Pokemon you can lose, you'd just rather lose the Lele here. And then I have to go for Lele for Cynthia to have a stronger setup. Okay, so I'll use the Viridian Forest after I Cynthia, because I'm sure to get something much better. Do I just Ericas? Oh, Ericas is actually probably better. I get the same 6 cards, but I get to keep the water and the Malamar, which I am happy to do so. Yeah, definitely doing Ericas. Okay, this is a really awesome hand. Yeah. Have I been sick? Yes, Cyberberserk, I have been sick. Okay, I'll keep this. I'll discard that guy. That guy is not going to be too useful. And then, ooh. I will keep the switch though. Well, I have a Kuzma. I think I keep the Psychic. Well, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll keep the switch. Okay. So, step number 1 is... Okay, I need to use Viridian Forest, right? So I'll discard the Ultra Ball. I have no more draw power after this. And I'll attach here. And afterwards, I will go ahead and Mysterious Treasure. Let's switch, because I have the Kuzma, and I have no draw power. Yeah. For an Inkay. And then I am going to Rescue Stretcher the Latios and Latias from the beginning. Yeah, because then next turn, he probably won't KO me. I guess if he KOs that Malamar. So I was thinking, I mean, there was no way for me to know I was going to get such a good hand off of the Ericas. I didn't want to count on drawing a switch, which maybe I could have with 4 in there. Because then if I had extra energy on this guy, nah. Okay, so I'm going to Buster Purge and just get a knockout. I don't want to Aero Unit this turn. And I do get 2 prizes as well, which is awesome. So what I'm thinking is maybe I should have established another Inkay, but we'll see. The switch is nice. My opponent immediately promotes the Ninetales, so he might just attack me. I feel like targeting the Malamar is a much better choice, for sure. Yes, I Berserk. I had the flu. I had a cold, I had a fever. I was feeling very weak. I was definitely not at my best. Okay, so we're gonna see the trade, and then I have a switch to just take down the active. I mean, I know it's tempting, but I think attacking into the Latias and Latios is the wrong way to go about this. He's gonna Field Lore, that's completely fine. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't care about having the Viridian first in play. He's gonna Feather Arrow and then hit me, right? So, So if I knock out the Ninetales, what is better, to knock out the Ninetales or to knock out the Decidueye? Huh. Oh, puts the damage on the Lele. Weird. Now I definitely kill the Ninetales. Yeah, and that's gonna be game, I think. That is going to be game, my friends. So definitely attach the water. Definitely Psychic Recharge. I even have a triple Malamar turn next turn. I have the switch. Even if I didn't have the switch, I could manually retreat. That would actually be viable, because that's another advantage of Latias Latios versus Ultra Necrozma. The fact that you have a 1 retreat cost versus Ultra Necrozma's 2, right? So that's pretty big. Not having to commit the attachment to the active is pretty big. And so we get a pretty solid prize in the Acrobatic, terrible prize in the Mysterious Treasure, but with the Guzma, we have the game won. And we don't even need the Guzma. This Latias and Latios is surviving the turn. Because even with double Feather Arrow, that Feather Arrow was misplaced for sure. We see a Stretcher, that's fine. Unless our opponent attacks our hand, we are good to go. We are good to go. That's fine. Yep. No more ways to attack my hand. There's no red card in this format, so we are good to go. Did my opponent already smooth over? Unless he smoothed over it for the Cynthia. No, he hasn't smoothed over it. Okay. So he gets the 3 prizes, but then we just go... like, I could just promote the Lele and knock out the active, or we go Guzma. We have every possible way to win. So out of the tag team decks you have played, which one do you like so far? I like Pikachu and Zekrom a lot. I think that's going to be incredibly powerful. This one seems solid. Latias and Latios honestly seem solid. Venusaur is also kind of solid, but Pikachu and Zekrom is definitely on another level for sure. Hello, cool dude. Dallas was not great in terms of results, but it's always a good time. How about you? And today I'm doing pretty well. I'm really enjoying playing with the new cards. Okay, so I'll just promote the Lele. And then we shall Psychic Recharge number 1. Psychic Recharge number 2. And that's the thing, like, these guys have so much HP that even though they give away 3 prize cards, it's really okay, because as long as they take a hit, like if you bring them up, you attack, you get 2 prizes, and then, or 1 prize, and then as long as they get another 2 prizes afterwards, either you broke even or you have an advantage. So that's really good. Tag team Pokemon seem busted indeed. Hola Kenron, saludos hasta Chile. Okay, pretty nice. Pretty nice. And so, let us play one more game with Latias and Latios GX. And we're up against Azul. Nice. We are actually up against Azul. And we get to go first, which is awesome. He sends an angry face. Very mature. Okay, and we have a pretty solid hand. Not gonna lie, we have a pretty solid hand. Okay, so the big issue, however, is that I saw that he was playing a pure water type deck. It seems like... Do I Viridian Force first? No, because I Acrobike and I want Psychics in the discard pile. Ooh. I think I want to keep the Ultra Ball. Yeah, I'll keep the Ultra Ball. The thing is, we can't 1-KO the Tag Team Wailord. We cannot 1-KO the Tag Team Wailord, so that is obviously not ideal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and Mysterious Treasure away the Psychic for Giratina. And then I'm going to Viridian Forest the Giratina for a Psychic. And then I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Psychic and the Malamar for another Inkay. Yep, this is looking pretty nice. And then Giratina is going to be my first attacker of choice against those Squirrels. Definitely. And then we'll try to get some damage counters on the silly Tag Team Wailords. Although I assume... Oh no, I misclicked. Oh my gosh. Whoops. I misclicked. Obviously I meant to click a Lily. I was just playing too fast. I'm gonna keep the Mysterious Treasure. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the Distortion Door. Like, I might just have to focus on non-GXs and afterwards go after the Wailord. Like, I might have to do it, kill the Wailord. I really need to stop him from getting 8 energy on the Wailord though. I really need to do that. If you have a Stadium card in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost, and now he does. So that Squirtle now has free retreat cost. We can no longer Guzma, though KOing Articuno is also gonna be pretty nice here. Definitely gonna be pretty nice. And I'm down 1 switch. I can't Guzma, of course. The Choice Band 220, 270 could matter, because it also lets me 2-hit KO with Giratina. So okay, so I mean, I can always get a Psychic here, right, off of the Viridian Forest. So I should set up a Malamar. The thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna draw a switch or not, or another Malamar. So yeah, let's Lily. Viridian Forest is such a good card here. Okay, so the Rescue Stretcher is nice because I can get the Malamar. Bakaruni. Am I finally going to beat Azul on stream? Okay, so Psychic Recharge, definitely. Onto the Giratina. Psychic Recharge onto the Giratina. I have the guaranteed knockout. I could search for a Psychic, but I think I'd rather use up the switch here. I'll attach the water. And then I will go ahead and Shadow Impactation onto Giratina itself, which is fine. Okay. Okay, so there's Blastoise. There's Stretcher for the Articuno, I imagine. Does he have Rare Candy already? I would assume so. There's the Wailord. There is the Wailord Daruni. There's the Rare Candy. Okay, so he's looking to... Ooh. He's looking to Cold Cyclone here, of course. After the powerful Squall. His viewers are literally telling him what you are playing. I mean, oh well. Wow, he found 4 energy. That is insane. That is actually insane. He have found 4 energy. Are you kidding me? Okay. I think... oh, we can't Kuzma. Ooh. Now that is a problem. We actually cannot Kuzma. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna be reinforced the Lily for a Psychic. And I'm gonna discard the Psychic. Oh my gosh, that card is so powerful. Is he going to get 4 water energy though? Is he going to top deck? Oh my gosh. To say we are in trouble would be an understatement. We can't Kuzma. Ah, that Articuno is so good. We cannot Kuzma. But I should be playing the Cynthia before doing all of this. Should be playing the Cynthia before doing all of this. It's fine. Choice Band, not great. I mean, I can leave this powered up. Who gets a 40 damage? I think it's Lele. I don't want to KO myself. Don't want to give Azul an extra card. Oh my gosh, that Blastoise though. And now I don't have Kuzma. Okay, so he knows that it's very unlikely. Okay, so here's the big issue. I should have just put on the Malamar. That was silly. Okay, he only gets 1. Oh my god. He water guns me for the KO. That's pretty funny. That is actually pretty funny. Okay, so definitely gonna get back the Giratina. And I'll put damage here and on the Blastoise. And then I will go ahead and Psychic Recharge. I wish I had a Kuzma here. If I could get the first hit in on the Magikarp and Wailord, then that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Yeah, it's not very nice that the viewers are telling him what I'm playing, but it's fine. Okay, then I'll just retreat. Perfectly okay with that. I mean, I should definitely be playing 1 Necrozma GX for unlimited damage output. Like 2 Latias Latios and 1 Necrozma GX makes much more sense, I think. Sure. I'll damage myself. They choose the GX attack. Okay, so he finally promotes the Magikarp and Wailord. He's gonna use the ability. Oh, he gets a Lily. Okay, so here's what happens. Well, okay, so if he, for whatever reason, he finds 8 energy this turn and GXs, he goes down to 2 prizes. right? And therefore, he's one Guzma away from knocking out my Latias and Latios. Okay, only 2 though. Only 2, that's good. Oh, there it is. There's the super splash for the knockout. Okay. So, am I just hitting 270 here? I can't bench anything. The issue is I have no Guzma. That's a big issue, that I have no Guzma. How do I not have a single Guzma, and how am I dead drawing this badly? Because he can just retreat this guy. Ugh. I mean, I have to, right? I have to use Giratina. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to close out the game. Wait, can I? Oh, I could. Can I use Lele? 1, 2, and 7. That's 9 energy. It would have been 10 energy, 200. No, I can't use Lele anyways. I can't use Lele. Hello, Ria Isama. I cannot use Lele anyways. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and attach this, and then I do want to thin as much as I can, because I need a Guzma top deck. I have 13 cards. All the cards in my deck are so good. I retreat, paying the water, and then I'll just choice band here. Shadow Impact plays the damage on myself. He can never get a knockout on this Latias and Latias though. But I can't chase that silly thing. Double Blastoise now. Ugh. Double Blastoise or Rooney. Okay, he gets an Articuno. Okay, fails the first Blastoise, which is good, and fails the second one. Awesome. He's gonna have to retreat not to lose the game. He's gonna have to retreat not to lose the game. Ultramali just seems better with more potential damage. Yeah, potentially top gear. Like, I'm not saying this is the new, better version of Malamar. I'm just trying out the tag teams to see how they fare. Is he gonna go out in style? Oh, Guzma. No, okay. Okay, top deck a switch. See, look at all the good cards. Lilies, Guzmas, Ericas. Ultra is not good, Switch is not good, Mysterious Treasure is not good, but they help me thin. And then double Acrobatics. Okay, so... I mean, does it matter? I can never put the 40 damage on the Lele. If I do, I lose. So I'll put it on a Malamar, it's fine. Oh, I should have used Psychic Recharge. Can I even do it? Yeah, I can. It's fine. Cynthia Prize. Still not the Guzma we're looking for. Okay. I might end up using Latias and Latios to KO this Blastoise, which is okay. Powerful Squall gets him 1 Hydro Tackle. And then he whiffs. Okay, so no Guzma. I cannot find Guzmas. I'm gonna discard the Psychic. I fail this. And then I'll manually attach. I will switch. Right? And I'll attach Choice Band, and then I'm gonna Cynthia. So I have a Guzma in my hand. There we go. And now I will Psychic Recharge once onto a Lele just in case. And that should be game. That should be game. KO the Blastoise for way too much damage. Get a prize card. I mean, he made me play to 8 prizes. Oh no. Yep. Oh, I lost. Wow. What a misplay. Oh, I didn't realize the Giratina was on the bench. I didn't realize the Giratina was on the bench. I should have never lost that game. I should have never lost that game. I should have just been patient and played the Cynthia, attacked with Giratina, and I would have been fine. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. I don't think I've been in Azul in a long time when we end up playing on stream. And the misplay. The misplay. The misplay. Completely forgot about that. I was so sure I was... Oopsies. Oh well. Let's play another one with Latias and Latios. The deck's running decently. Viridian Forest definitely helps streamline the deck. If I just attack with Giratina, I guess he can Guzman win? Yeah. So I should have never been placing the 40 damage on the Giratinas. I should have just been placing them on Malamars. That was my mistake. That's on me, guys. That one is on me 100%. Oopsies. Oopsie daisies. It was indeed my game. I misplayed myself into a loss. Big time too. Oh, nice team up promo. There's the first escape board. Goes to sleep, but he can retreat into a double stellar guidance. That's pretty broken. Do you use 3 acrobikes and 3 treasures? No, Leonardo, I use 4 and 4. 4 of each. Okay, so there's a nest ball. Is this Zapdos? It is Zapdos, okay. So another non-GX deck, which is gonna be tough, definitely. Because he's gonna get the first prize card. The good thing is Giratina can tech hits, and that's pretty important. Promo Zapdos, regular Zapdos, okay. So definitely getting rid of my choice bands. I fully expect this not to be playing Pikachu and Zekrom, and even if it is, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't wanna... Oh, my Giratina... Oh no, it's not prized, never mind. I was gonna say, oh no, my Giratina is prized, but it's actually not. So I will go ahead and Mysterious Treasure, the Giratina or the choice band. I mean, how much is one damage counter? The damage counters are not important, so I'll just get rid of the choice band. And then definitely gonna grab Lele. Definitely gonna bench this guy. I can attach a water, it's fine. And then I will Lele for Lily. And then I think I'm gonna switch, honestly. What do you think about the Starmie idea for Latias and Latias tag team? Not a big fan. Not a big fan. I think I switch into Lele, because I'd rather not give up on the Inkay. Right? And 2 prizes over 2 turns against a Lele is the same, but this could end up preventing a prize card drawn. And wow, this is a beautiful hand. Let me Acrobike first. Into... I think the Lily. Can I play my hand down? I don't think I can. No. Well, yeah, I can, but by benching this guys, and I don't want to do that. So I think I'll just go for another acro. The deck is honestly solid, yeah. I think that one sucks. The Pillar Repose, thanks so much for the follow. I think replacing one Latias for a what's the word? Replacing a Latias for I can't speak today. Replacing a Latios for a Necrozma GX would be a very solid call. Definitely would be a very solid call. Okay, Skateboard and Choice Band. with the adventure bag. Skateboard to the active, choice went to the Zapdos. Is gonna hit me for quite a lot, right? So in the end, we are losing in the price trade-off at some point. But Giratina should be able to take hits, right? And I'm definitely gonna not damage my own Giratina, so that what happened the previous game doesn't matter. Definitely not gonna do that. Did he just Kukui? No, he played Viridian Forest to get a Lightning and discard a Kukui. Have you tried the new tool drop deck, John F? No, I have not. I'm dedicating my time first to all the tag teams. So far I've played Pikachu and Zekrom, Celebi, Venusaur, Malamar with Eevee Snorlax. Now we're playing Malamar with Latias Latias. And next up is Malamar with Mimikyu and Gengar. And then afterwards it's gonna be Magikarp and Wailord with Blastoise. And then tomorrow I'll start dedicating my time to the non-GX decks, such as Zapdos, such as Charizard, such as Tool Drop perhaps, revisiting Lost March with Pokemon Communication. Only one Latias Latios. I'm playing 3 Leonardo, so playing 2 Latias Latios and 1... oh my gosh. He knocks out my Inkay. Ugh. I was really hoping that wouldn't happen. That's why I retreated into Lele. Now I need to find myself a switch, which I got rid of the previous. That top deck was actually incredible. I mean, at least I get to play Erika's here for 4. And I do find the switch, which is nice. So I need my opponent to whiff some attacks at some point. Definitely gonna use Ultra Ball. Getting rid of a Water. And a Latias and Latios. For another Inkay. And then I will go ahead and Viridian Forest a Psychic away. For another Psychic. That seems solid. And then I will go ahead and switch. And I will Shadow Impactation onto my Malamar. Okay, so my opponent did not use an Electro Power yet. He could end up using one right now, which would not be great. But I'm feeling / hoping that at some point his flow of attackers actually diminishes to the point where he whiffs a KO, he whiffs an attack even. We'll see. Yeah, Genev. I mean, honestly, on YouTube and everything, all the tag teams are gonna get the views earlier or quicker rather than the non-tag team, so that's why I'm focusing on them. But tomorrow you can expect another decently long stream. Ooh, that Town is so annoying. Where I will end up using a lot of the non-GX decks. Yeah. Which ones are there? Like Jirachi Zapdos, Charizard, Tool Drop, updated Lost March. What else is out there? Ooh, Jolteon. Okay, so that definitely changes things a little bit. Really? Jolteon is definitely interesting. That's back-to-back Kuzmas for my opponent, which is super annoying. And the Town is also even more annoying. Okay. My hand is dead now. Definitely gonna Rescue Stretcher. Back these 3. Now I see the Jolteon. Dawnwings might not be a terrible idea. I will probably end up needing Latios and Latias as well. And Big Loader, hello. GTHO, hello as well. Thanks so much for being here. Do I want to evolve? I don't think I want to evolve. With the Town, I mean, I get 60 HP afterwards. But then, who am I hitting with the Giratina? That's the issue. Then if he finds an Eevee, he can get a double prize card turn. This sucks. I have to get rid of the Kuzma though. Is Lost March better with team up cards? I mean, Pokemon Communication is pretty good. That's a big change. You know? I mean, now that we know he has GXs, maybe it's not terrible to put the damage on the Lele instead. I don't play Marshadow in this. The deck is quite tight. Latias Latias is not very useful. Probably should. Oh no, I don't have Reinforced anymore. Never mind. It's just the 2 Acrobikes lost me 2 Lilies. That was the biggest deal. That was the biggest thing here. Jirachi is pretty OP. Yes, Jirachi is indeed pretty OP. There's the other Jirachi. I mean, I'm hoping my opponent will whiff a turn, right? Eventually, at some point, my opponent will whiff a turn. That would be nice. Lily with such a huge hand, that's not going to be too useful for my opponent. I would expect a Volkner here. Yeah. Volkner into Nestball into either the Jolteon or into either the Jolteon or an Eevee. Okay, so is he gonna go double Electro Power to get the knockouts? Yep. I need a magical top deck here. I'm the one who's going to end up whiffing because my deck just was set to a big fault. Okay, that's a... I mean, I get to attack. Not with Giratina, but with Dawnwings. And I have to, right? I mean, I could GX. I can GX knockout. That's probably worth it? No. Well, I'm honestly not sure. I'm not sure if I should GX KO here or not. We know he's playing Jolteon. He has a Jolteon in his hand though, I think. Maybe? Not sure. Okay. So the question becomes, what attack do I use? Do I attack clean Dawnwings? He's already used 2 Guzma, so maybe that gives me a chance to prevent an attack this turn. Come on. No, that's a terrible prize. Avery, thanks so much for the follow. I guess the M&M challenge won't be too challenging this month. Electro Charger. Speak of the devil. That's a terrible card, guys, honestly. I mean, maybe it's good in Zapdos, because you're not hitting for that much damage, as opposed to Pikachu and Zekrom. Maybe it has potential there, but... Okay, please don't have a Guzma. Please let me just take a knockout here. Wow. Double head flip. Why would you switch? Is he trying to Lily? Okay. Okay. Thank you. And Azul, wow, thank you so much for the big host. Thank you so much for the big host, Azul. I really appreciate it. Welcome everyone. We are out here struggling against this Zapdos Jirachi deck, and we are playing the deck that you guys already saw. Hello Bretner, busted ARG indeed. How many water energies do I have left? Only 1, so I probably don't want to reinforce that away. Do I want to use Giratina this turn? That's my question here. Do I want to retreat and use Giratina to get the knockout? Because, yeah, there's no way he can get a knockout on the Dawnwings, right? I mean, I do want Giratina, and I do want to get it ready to be powered up. But I think I'm going to hold my hand for now. Yeah. I mean, I could reinforce the Malamar and then Ultra Ball the Psychic and get another Psychic. And get something else out of that. That seems like way too much effort though. I'm just gonna Dark Flash here. That's one less Jirachi for my opponent, which is good. No resistance applied, that literally doesn't matter. I have Spoofy TV, thanks so much for the follow. Okay, so I have the option, as long as my opponent doesn't GX attack himself this turn with double Electro Power. I do have the option to win the game next turn if he decides to attack with the Jolteon. He finds a Guzma. Does he have the Stadium as well? Please no. Please don't have the Stadium. Please do not have the Stadium. Okay, so we can't win this turn because of the Electro Bullet KO. That's his third Guzma. You know what? The big issue is the GX attack. And I don't have my GX attack anymore. Ugh. That Guzma he got off of the Jirachi. That was huge. I think I've lost. I think I have lost here. And I definitely promote this guy. I'm pretty sure I've lost here. I need to find this guy the turn before and load up onto that guy. Because now I attack him with Giratina, sure. I mean, Giratina is the only way maybe I prevent a prize card from being taken. But then he hits me for 110. Yeah, I have to attack with Giratina. If he has his fourth Guzma, he has his fourth Guzma. There's nothing I can do about that. Literally nothing I can do about that. So definitely need to Ultra Ball into an Inkay. Right? Yeah. And then I will attach. And then I will switch. And then I shoot Cynthia, yeah. If I had a Guzma here, that still wouldn't help me. Okay, so I will Shadow Impact and I will not put the damage on myself. Who gets the damage? If he has Guzma, he wins anyways, right? 140 KOs, Lele 140 KOs. Don't wing, so I'll just put on the Lele. I do, Onion Frank TV, I do. Where's the Passimian gameplay? I never did get around to playing Passimian, did I? Oh, he's really going for it? I mean, he must have a switch in his hand then. I didn't get a Kuzma, which is crazy. I didn't get a Kuzma, which is crazy. Oh my god. Why would you Jirachi then, man? Why waste everyone's time? Why waste everyone's time by using Jirachi? Seriously. Okay, so we got outpaced there. We definitely got into a mid-game bump right there. Still pretty close. There was perhaps a way I could have anticipated the Jolteon and loaded up, or started to load up a Latias Latias. That might have been a better way to go about it. So the change I would definitely make is take out the Latias Latias and put in a Necrozma GX. One of these guys, and then I would definitely take out a Choiceman as well. Probably for a second stretcher. I think that's where I would finish with this list. I think this would be pretty solid. Latias Latias surpassed expectations. The 240 damage is very solid. Very, very solid. And I think the lack of Malamar was definitely noticed. I mean, the lack of Necrozma GX was definitely noticeable. Something to improve upon. And yeah, that will be all for Latios and Latias, guys. We're moving on to Mimikyu and Gengar now. So don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back in just a second. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. Really helps out the channel. But if you're live with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back in just a second.